leader in HD.
This is 12 News at 10.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Mark Curtis.
And I'm Lynn Cooney. This is 12 News at 10 in high def. We begin with two breaking news stories tonight.
The first, a double shooting in Chandler. Mike Warner over the scene right now in Sky 12. Mike?
Yeah, this is an apartment complex in the area of Arizona Avenue and Warner Road. And what we're seeing so far is a lot of police around the area. We're hearing there's a double shooting, possibly one person dead. We're hearing reports another person might have been transported to the hospital. Details are very sketchy right now, though. We do know that somebody is possibly shot in the head. They're saying 2 people shot. The police are on scene right now. We have emergency crews on scene. A lot of crime scene tape up, and we're just finding out details as they come in, so we will definitely keep you posted. Right now, I'm Mike Warner in Sky 12. Back to you guys.
All right, thanks a lot, Mike. Another breaking story. This is a live look from near a home invasion robbery in Peoria. It started just after 7 o'clock when up to 7 suspects armed with guns stormed into the home near 83rd Avenue in Peoria. Police say the suspects demanded cash from 5 people inside but took off when police arrived. 4 suspects were captured shortly after.
We're still just checking the neighborhood, door to door, checking backyards to make sure that we don't have 3 suspects still here in the neighborhood.
Police tell us one of the victims inside the house was pistol whipped, but no one was seriously hurt. Investigators aren't sure if this was random. There is a language barrier with the victims, who are all Spanish speakers.
An entire elementary school is in shock tonight after one of their classmates dies. 9-year-old Chanel Spencer, a 4th grader at Littleton Elementary School in Avondale, was remembered during a community meeting tonight. Parents had plenty of questions about the circumstances surrounding her death. Veronica Sanchez is here with more on this story. Veronica?
Well, and Sue, for a parent, it is the hardest thing to handle, the death of a child. In this case, it is not just the parents, it's an entire community that's struggling with it. A painfully shy, straight-A student. What would drive this little girl to kill herself? It is a question no one has the answer to.
Yeah, it's a tragic loss.
Parents are baffled and children at Quentin Elementary School are heartbroken. Avondale police say 9-year-old Chanel Spencer hanged herself at her home a week ago.
I don't know what would promote this, what would cause a young child to, how even a young child can even know how to do that.
Her parents believe it was an accident, and they have a message.
Their greatest hope would be that if anything would come out of this tragedy, that other people would learn from it and it wouldn't happen to other parents.
A letter explaining the 4th grader's death went out to parents and to kids. Chanel's classmates are having the toughest time.
Most of them are just curious. They're really curious. They're sad, and with grief, so many emotions come.
Fearing copycats, the district opted to do what it does best, educate kids. Only this time.
And just find a seat. We're just getting started.
The subject is suicide.
I'm here to provide as much information as I can.
Tonight, grief counselors and a teen suicide group talked about the warning signs and prevention.
I haven't seen other kids getting hurt.
A lesson Chanel left in death. Hopefully, it gets through. Well, the school does have programs that educate kids specifically about suicide. If you want to know more about those programs, you can go to 12news.azcentral.com. Reporting live, Veronica Sanchez, 12 News.
All right, thanks, Veronica. Also new at 10, searching for clues in the disappearance of an El Mirage teenager. 16-year-old Brandy McCory walked away from home on Monday, and she hasn't been seen since. Police say that McCory has a diminished mental capacity and needs her medication. She was last seen in the area of 124th Avenue in Thunderbird. If you have seen her, please call police.
Glendale police searching for a man who jumped a girl in the park and sexually assaulted her. Police say a man resembling this sketch attacked the 14-year-old girl Friday night in Sunset Palms Park. That's near 54th Avenue in Sweetwater in North Phoenix. The attacker is described as an Hispanic male over 6 feet tall, 220 pounds, with curly hair. And this man, John Holscher, has been arrested for alleged sex crimes against a child. He faces multiple counts of having sex with a minor. Police say the attacks go back as far as 2 years. Holscher was living in Casa Grande. Well, too close to call. Decision 2006 not yet decided.
The final outcome hidden in 258,000 ballots that still need to be counted in Maricopa County. Election officials telling 12 News they'll be working 12-hour days for 10 straight days and releasing updated numbers every day at 5 o'clock. We'll bring you those results as we get them. Kevin Kennedy here with some of the races and propositions still left to call. Kevin?
Yeah, guys, every ballot cast yesterday has already been counted. It's actually the early ballots that are kind of slowing down or delaying this process. Crucial votes that could easily snatch victory from defeat. The votes are in, but not all are counted. Boxes and boxes of early ballots still waiting. So are some of the candidates. Congressman J.D. Hayworth, one of several candidates, still wondering if they won or lost.
This process will be exacting, and it will be deliberate.
In Maricopa County alone, more than 258,000 votes still unpacked.
When you have close races, and as we always say, every vote counts.
Those votes could affect the outcome of a number of races and propositions. The vote differential for Prop 101 is just 9,787. For Prop 107, it's about 32,000. Some state races are even closer. 8 votes separate 2 candidates in District 21, 43 votes in District 9.
We have offered both of the campaigns, or any campaign that wants to come down, prior to election day.
Congressman J.D. Hayworth accepting the invitation, his challenger Harry Mitchell staying away, safe in knowing he has about a 6,000 vote lead.
We're very optimistic, but we're cautiously optimistic, and we're just holding on till we get a better handle on it.
If you're the Democrats, you keep the champagne on ice, and if you're J.D. Hayworth, you're not writing your concession speech.
The process expected to take 10 days, keeping several candidates wondering and waiting.
Like I used to say in the broadcast business, as you guys continue to say, stay tuned.
In the race for Congress, any sort of a recount, it would have to get within 200 votes. If it doesn't get within 200 votes, the candidates would have the option of taking this to the Superior Court. At this point, J.D. Hayworth or Harry Mitchell have not said they're willing to take this battle to court. However, both do have attorneys standing by. We're live in Phoenix. I'm Kevin Kennedy, 12 News.
And for the latest results from around Arizona or on the national election scene, you can always log on to our website at news.azcentral.com.
Nationwide, voters cause a big shift in power. Democrats are now in control of both the House and the Senate. The House was won on Election Day. The Senate was taken just a few hours ago when Virginia candidate Jim Webb was declared the winner over incumbent George Allen. And today, the president moved quickly, showing he heard voters loud and clear, nominating a new Secretary of Defense. Donald Rumsfeld resigned today after 6 years in that post. Democrats are expressing optimism that a new Pentagon chief could offer fresh ideas for dealing with Iraq. Republicans, meantime, are praising Rumsfeld for his service.
Don Rumsfeld has been a superb leader during a time of change. Yet he also appreciates the value of bringing in a fresh perspective during a critical period in this war.
White House officials admit they've considered getting rid of Rumsfeld for at least a year. Former CIA Director Robert Gates will be nominated to take his place. Arizona Senator John McCain says today's resignation gives Congress new hope for Iraq.
This important change offers the administration and Congress a fresh opportunity to examine all aspects of our strategy and tactics in Iraq.
Along with other Republicans, McCain said last year that he had lost faith in Rumsfeld's handling of the war and criticized his decision not to send more troops.
A new Survey USA national poll of 1,200 Americans shows that 66% believe that Rumsfeld did the right thing by stepping down today. Survey USA also found 47% of those polled believe the military will not be any more successful or less successful in Iraq. 27% believe it will help the military, 21% believe it will hurt. Rumsfeld's resignation leaves a lot of uncertainty within the Iraqi government and others around the world. Rumsfeld was often portrayed as the father of the Iraq War. Now even American troops are questioning how his departure will impact the war and the future of the mission. This comes on the same day that 60 people died in bombings in Iraq. Well, in the aftermath of a violent crime, when police and paramedics have gone,
the victim's family is left with another trauma, cleaning up the crime scene. The Faye Fredericks reports there are professionals who actually specialize in that kind of work. Faye?
Yeah, sure do. An unusual line of work, to be sure, and certainly it's messy dealing with biohazards. Just looking at some of those scenes can be disturbing, but there's also an emotional side to this when it comes to helping a victim's family.
Kills a disabled Phoenix woman, stabs her in her own bed. Suddenly this home becomes a crime scene.
A good month and a half, 2 months before I entered the house. A couple months after that, even to go into the room where she was murdered.
Yeah, emotionally it's very difficult.
Dale Cillian's company, BioPro, does what would be hard for the family.
It's not just going in and cleaning someone's living room or bathroom.
In 21 years, Cillian's seen a lot.
A high-powered weapon involved, there would be an explosion of that body or parts of that body, and when that hits the walls.
Cillian also cleans up accident scenes, like a rendering plant trailer that tipped over on a city street.
They lost a couple of tons of fats, blood, covered cars, covered fences, it covered the sidewalk. It actually took us about a day or two.
But there are scenes worse than that.
What we consider a decomposed body. When you've had a person that wasn't discovered for a week or 2 weeks.
At this scene, our photojournalist Ed Ayala needs protective gear too.
So we go in and just assume everybody's infected. We're using the same disinfectants, the same protection.
In a North Phoenix apartment, a man who lived alone passed away on his bathroom floor.
Probably there about 2 weeks, probably bloated up, and they probably had to pull him out of there, and some of those body fluids got on the wall.
Contaminated items will go to a licensed medical waste facility. But the most costly damage can't be seen.
The odor is really bad.
It permeates almost everything.
We'll strip out the carpet, the appliances, the window coverings, the ceiling fans, things of that nature, and we'll disinfect everything.
It's to the point where it's almost like having a house fire without flame damage.
And just as emotionally devastating for the family of the person who died.
Even if it wasn't part of your family, I mean, it would really be a hard job to do.
And sometimes it gets emotional for you too. Like I said, I just deal with it.
To hear more about Dale Cillian's crime scene experiences, go to 12news.azcentral.com. As for costs, they can range from less than $100 to several thousand if the carpets, walls, and furnishings have to be replaced. Phoenix police say by law they'll pay those costs if a crime scene involves biohazards.
All new on 12 News at 10, the Reverend Ted Haggard and the controversy swirling around gay sex and drugs. How a local minister is stepping in.
The newly elected Arizona Congresswoman, who's now celebrating all the way to outer space, will explain.
Why this sweetheart of the ice rink could soon be melting hearts on a diplomatic scale.
But first, call 12 for action with a new surge in auto prices.
And hi there, everyone. I'm meteorologist Bill Kelly. If it's been a little warm for you lately, I have some changes in the forecast. I'll show you that and some tornado damage video coming up in just a couple of minutes. Stick around.
That's horrible.
To be Arizona's first choice in local news, it takes a team. Thanks for watching 12 News in HD.
Superstition Springs Lexus, the East Valley's premier Lexus destination, is giving thanks all month long with a huge selection of new 2007 Lexus vehicles, all with amazing deals. Drive a new 07 IS250 for $349 a month, or a new 07 RX 350 from $399 a month. Come see the all-new LS in stock now, plus a great selection of pre-owned Lexus vehicles.
Great savings and customer satisfaction is our way of saying thank you. Have a fantastic holiday season.
Superstition Springs Lexus, just south of US 60, exit Superstition Springs.
Go to the river, Gila River Casinos.
I love it here. It's one of the best casinos we come to.
And I tell everybody, and I bring all my friends here.
This is the only place we come to play bingo.
And they have the best bingo in town.
People are cordial, and they take care of you. It's a good place. You always win money here. Huge jackpots.
So yeah, big jackpots.
I have been very lucky tonight, and I'll be shopping tomorrow. Go to the river.
How do you like my new car?
It took 4 months. Maybe 9 months.
Before I finally bought it.
How long did it take you to choose your car insurance? 10 or 15 minutes.
About 20 minutes.
Are you sure you got the right coverage? I hope so.
Maybe not.
At Amica, we think choosing the right car insurance is too important to rush through. So when you call, we take the time to understand you and then help you understand your options.
I love options.
Call Amica now and start saving money today. And because we help you choose the right coverage, you could save a lot more down the road.
I'm going to call Amica.
Amica, it's not just how you're covered, it's how you're treated.
The Valley wants to know.
I have a high-definition TV. Now what?
You just need an HD TV antenna or contact your satellite or cable company for a new tuner box.
Valley News in high definition on Channel 12.
Appliance shoppers, save 10 to 50% this Friday through Sunday. The Maytag Store Warehouse Sale. The Maytag Store has 2 warehouse locations to offer you incredible savings. This holiday weekend, save hundreds on scratch and dents, open box merchandise, and one-of-a-kinds. Top quality appliances from Maytag, Genair, Amana, and more. Shop early for best selection. Quantities are limited. The Maytag Store Warehouse Sale with locations in Mesa and downtown Phoenix. The Maytag Store. See newspaper ads for more details.
Try Arby's 2 for $3 bacon cheddar melts, thinly sliced roast beef, cheddar cheese sauce, and chopped pepper bacon. At 2 for $3, it's an amazing deal that'll have you saying, I'm thinking Arby's.
Pure Fitness. Join now for free and pay just $19 a month. Pure Fitness. It's for everybody.
USA Today says Flushed Away is this year's wittiest animated adventure. It's hilarious. And Newsweek says it's got mile-a-minute inventiveness.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Flushed Away. Rated PG. Now playing.
At Camelback Volkswagen, this is your final chance. Yes, your final chance. Because our 06 models are now clearance priced. We've got only 50 left. Take home a brand new Jetta now only $199 a month. Yes, $199 a month. Plus, get 0% interest for 72 months on all 06 Jettas and Passats. That's why we're the #1 dealership in all of Arizona for 7 straight years. Hurry to 15th Street in Camelback or online at CamelbackDifference.com.
Discover the Camelback difference. Camelback Volkswagen.
You're watching Arizona's most trusted news team with Lynn Zucconi, Mark Curtis, Faye Fredericks, Bill Kelly, and Kevin Hunt. This is 12 News in high definition.
Welcome back to 12 News at 10. A prominent Valley minister about to play a big role in the, quote, restoration of the Reverend Ted Haggard.
Haggard at the center of a scandal over gay sex and drug use. His congregation in Colorado fired the evangelical pastor after a former male prostitute claimed Haggard had sex with him and brought and used crystal meth. Work is already underway to rehabilitate Haggard. The Reverend Tommy Barnett of First Assembly of God in Phoenix will be part of the counseling process that some admit could take years.
Call 12 for action tonight with a hike in some car prices, rather. General Motors making the announcement earlier today. About a third of its 2007 car and truck models will see a sticker price increase of between $60 and $425. GM blaming the price hike on rising material costs.
Democrat Gabrielle Giffords is celebrating not only her congressional win in Arizona's 8th district last night, but her future nuptials. Giffords announcing she'll be tying the knot with Space Shuttle astronaut Mark Kelly. Kelly piloted the July 4th Space Shuttle Discovery mission and even called Giffords from the shuttle. Giffords beat out Republican Randy Graff in last night's election. Well, she skated her way to 9 national championships and 5 world titles. Now Michelle Kwan is about to become a U.S. diplomat. Tomorrow, Secretary of State Condoleezza Rice plans to name Kwan a public diplomacy ambassador. Officials say Kwan, who is the daughter of Chinese immigrants, will represent American values to young people and sports enthusiasts. The new post will be an unpaid one.
Well, first it was 1 child, and now families in Beijing are being told they can only have 1 dog. Those behind the new restrictions say it helps in efforts to stamp out rabies. Anyone keeping an unlicensed dog faces prosecution if caught.
Well, you've seen calendars of models, cars, and even puppies. Now the Pope is striking a pose, or rather 14 of them, for a 2007 calendar. The 79-year-old pontiff wore traditional garb for his summer photo shoot near Rome, and the proceeds will go to a mission in Rwanda. The calendar hits Italian newsstands on November 23rd.
And yours comes out when?
Yeah, right.
You should see July.
Too hot for TV. All right. Tell you what.
Especially in high def.
Yeah. Some things we don't want to see in high
that's right.
definition.
Exactly.
Correct? You're planning your day tomorrow. This is what it looks like. 6:54 the sunrise. We're getting up to about 85. Some high clouds floating by from time to time. And actually, I think the sky cast on this particular map may be just a smidgen overdone, but again, just some high clouds, breezes picking up a little bit. And our air quality tomorrow, better than today. It is not a no-burn day tomorrow, just so you know. 85, that high temperature forecast. 73 by 8 o'clock tomorrow night. 73 is our temperature right now. 42 is the dew point. The pressure at 29.76. Winds are light at this hour. We got to 88 today. That was just 3 degrees shy of the record. That set back in 1906. Record is 91. For the year, 5.11 inches of precip, and our normals are into the upper 70s and low 50s. 89 today in Parker, 91 around Gila Bend, 76 in Prescott. Flagstaff getting into the 60s. The Grand Canyon, South Rim at 70 degrees today. Tomorrow, about 10 degrees cooler, and right now that number all the way down to 38. We're at 73 as you saw. It's 68 in Gila Bend, 70 currently around Yuma, 56 in Safford, 64 around Tucson. Skies are clear tonight. They're going to start out for the most part clear. We'll increase those high clouds from time to time. Breezes up to about 20 miles per hour in spots, but almost the entire southern half of the country is under high pressure. You get up to the north, you probably have already heard about it through the national news. We were talking about it earlier on this broadcast. All the flooding going on up into the Pacific Northwest. They're going to get a little bit of a break here tomorrow, but more weather to return to those folks. But then take a look, cutting right across into the southern half of the U.S. It's quiet, but you get up to the north, not only is there some active weather, but the temperatures are much cooler also. Here's this weather system that's exiting the East Coast. But earlier in Florida, or yesterday, I want to show you what happened. We were talking last night about the tornadoes, the damage left behind. The F1 tornado, it just really destroyed a lot of the homes and businesses there, moved its way through. Fortunately, it was only an F1 tornado, but the damage, as you can see. So let's talk about our forecast as we make our way into your Thursday. We are going to see plenty of sunshine to go around, a few high clouds, clouds on the increase as we get into Friday, watching the next weather system from the north dropping on down. That's also going to decrease our temperatures a bit. We'll remain above normal tomorrow, temperatures into the mid-80s, but a little breezy, mostly sunny. North winds about 15 miles per hour, up to 15. 83 around Lake Havasu. Expect 60 degrees at the Grand Canyon. 58 in Flagstaff. Again, down about 10 degrees or so. Sedona at 73. We'll go into the 60s around Eager, Show Low, 76 for Globe. 84 degrees around Tucson, Nogales at 80. Dropping into the 50s and low 60s around the valley tonight. And then tomorrow, those temperatures are going to be into the mid-80s. 85 was what we're going with officially. And then take a look. Saturday, Sunday, looking good. Increasing some clouds and wind. Possibly precipitation next week. I want to watch it and get a little closer to that. But notice, 90s not in the forecast.
Yeah,
for
yay,
November. Go figure.
Yeah, thanks.
So much for getting out of the gates quickly this year.
Yeah, you know, there's some good things again for the Suns, but the ending stunk again at San Antonio. Raja Bell was the hero, then the GOAT, and then left in overtime after getting slammed in the ribs. We'll relive this roller coaster next in sports.
This holiday season, Walmart is rolling back prices on some of Wally and Marty's favorite toys. We're rolling back prices on great board games like...
Sorry. I think you'll be sorry if you miss out on all this fun.
Was $13.26, now $8.
It's Battleship. Fire in the hole.
Was $14.84, now $8.
And check out these games, too. Operation, Clue, and Life.
At just $8 per game, these board games will never leave you bored.
Off to Toyland.
With over 10,000 price cuts throughout the store, the rollbacks at Toyland give you much, much more. Toyland at Walmart.
11 beats 1, and that's how many RV dealers will be in one location, showing hundreds of recreational vehicles at the Peoria Sports Complex. See every type and style, motorhomes, toy haulers, travel and camping trailers, all the major brands from the Arizona recreational vehicle dealers. Every dealer is offering special low pricing. Shop and compare from 11 RV dealers in one location. Over 300 models to choose from. Buy now and save November 10th through 19th at the Peoria Sports Complex, 10 to 6 daily. Opening this weekend through November 19th.
Tonight, Jay's All New with Ellen DeGeneres, Fred Willard, and Tony Bennett. Plus, a very special all-star tribute to the Fruitcake Lady. Then on Conan, Will Ferrell and the Big Winners, all new tonight. And this week, Alec Baldwin hosts an all-new Saturday Night Live with Christina Aguilera this week.
Cut. Keep rolling. Will, did you write that yourself?
Now it's easier to visit Sonora. Just drive south and drive direct without the time-consuming process of obtaining a car permit. Visit Sonora today, hassle-free. Mexico, beyond your expectations.
How is your family protected? Who looks out for you? For them. A lot of families rely on their American Family Insurance agent to help make sure they have enough coverage on their homes, on their cars, while never paying too much. American Family Insurance. Care has a color. Personal attention has a shape.
American Family Insurance.
How can one station be the place for news, traffic, and weather? And the sports talk leader in Arizona? News 92.3 KTAR FM and Sports 620 KTAR.
Let me tell you this, pal. The Fritos chili cheese wrap is a full meal.
Totally, yeah. All wrapped up, and then you get the Fritos, the chili, that cheese. It's a hearty thing.
Man.
Yeah.
It's a full meal and a tortilla. I couldn't ask for anything more.
Really?
Ask. Yeah.
Cool, I'm gonna have your tots then. Is that cool?
What? No, it's
Okay, yeah, they're coming back down to earth there, Screamy.
Fritos chili cheese wrap, only at Sonic. Fritos corn chips with chili and cheese and a side of tots, just $2.99. Give a reloadable My Sonic card today. It's not just good, it's Sonic good.
Man, oh man, oh man, oh man. These are the kind of losses just stick in your craw for a while. Suns had the Spurs beat, but couldn't close the deal in San Antonio. Jalen Rose joins the Suns, played a mere 6 minutes. All zeros in the stats for him, but Stat gets it started. Amari Stoudemire from Nash for the slam, and again, Amari, 16 points, 15 minutes. That was pretty good. Brent Barry hits a 3 to give the Spurs a 1-point halftime lead, but look what he did in the second half.
Raja teeing up a 3. Line, Raja Bell right back to Steve Nash, lines up a 3 and knocks it down. LP for 3, corner pocket, and down it goes for Barbosa.
Oh, built a 9-point lead, fourth quarter. It's cut to 2, then Nash with a sweet drive. Spurs score the next 5 points. Tony Parker drives, scores, is fouled. San Antonio by 1. Suns down by 4 when Raja Bell gets it in the corner, hits the 3 to cut it to 1. Then Bell is going to tie it at the free throw line, but he'll miss the second with just over a second to play. We go to overtime. Tim Duncan does his thing in OT, 26 points, 14 rebounds, leading the Spurs to a 111-106 OT win. Suns now 1-4. Well, a pair of buzzer beaters tonight. First in Orlando, the Magic down by 1 to Seattle. Hedo Turkoglu with the prayer from the corner that's answered. Magic beat the Sonics, and in Boston, the Celtics and Bobcats tied in overtime. Paul Pierce actually passes off to Delonte West, and that's your game winner. Boston 110, Charlotte 108. Well, LeBron James getting some superstar heat for doing something you never saw Michael Jordan do. It's probably much ado about nothing, but frustrated last night as his team blew a late lead. He's about to lose to Atlanta. He takes one final 3-point shot, then walks off the court with the time on the clock.
The rebounds are on Lou. That's pretty fitting, too, that T. Lou grabbed the rebound. It's down to 12 seconds as the Hawks now bring it across. LeBron James just walked off the floor. There's 7 seconds left. LeBron James just walked off the floor. What a good sport he is.
Well, the Atlanta Hawks broadcast team certainly playing it up, but it was LeBron James bobblehead night. LeBron, never check out early when it's your own bobblehead night. Well, kiss the purple and turquoise goodbye. The Diamondbacks embrace Sedona red and Sonoran sand. They hit the red carpet to unveil their new look. Master P and Little Romeo join Edger and James and other celebs for the event at Hotel Valley Ho in Scottsdale. Manager Bob Melvin with his runway walk with the home red. Connor Jackson showing us the black and red home look. Yeah, he didn't look too comfortable. But Orlando Hudson enjoying his gold glove. The road unis, new faces, new look.
Purple. It's great. You know, everyone's going to remember the purple. World Championship in the purple. But, you know, I'm a little younger. You know, a lot of these guys are going to be walking down the carpet a little younger. We like the red.
I think it's the right thing to do. The team is going in a completely different direction. It's new, young, talented players, and I think it's the right thing to do it.
And this isn't a change that we intend to do again. This is it. You know, 9 years in, we hope we can get away with it. We're not going to do it again.
Well, the ASU men's basketball program should get quite a boost next season. While Arizona's top player, Gerard Bayless, is headed to U of A, Sun Devils coach Herb Sendek has a class headlined by California's top player, James Harden, in a recruiting class considered top 15 in the country.
I think James is a special player. He's so versatile. He's a great competitor. He plays to win. One of the most talented guys in the country. Just means so much to our program that he'll be joining us.
Well, after Kentucky beat Georgia, the fans stormed the field and, of course, went after the goalposts, which they'll eventually pull down with the help of some players. The Southeast Conference fined the school $15,000. Boy, they're afraid somebody's going to really get hurt by stuff like that, trying to curb it.
Yeah, they will. All right, Kev, thanks.
We'll be right back. Stay with us.
Sports sedans have come to be regarded as purely machine. But when design functions as a display of human skill and craftsmanship, rather than simply mechanical precision, the machine can evoke emotion. It can shape how you experience the road. It can go beyond machine. The all-new G is here, and it's from Infinity.
In today's fast-paced business environment, your visual communications have to do more than just look good. They have to work. That's where we come in. We're Alpha Graphics, locally owned and operated, right up the street or just a mouse click away. We're your one-stop, full-service visual communication expert. For greater impact, smarter solutions, real results. Make the connection at your local Alpha Graphics Center.
Am I an animal abuser because I give my kids milk? Those animal rights lunatics want to put farmers out of business and make us all vegetarians.
The animal rights movement would rather stop medical research using mice and rats than cure breast cancer.
Than cure breast cancer. They're crazy.
That's nuts.
They had to mind their own business.
This is my Bashes.
This is my Bashes.
This is my Bashes.
Hi, I'm Eddie Basha. The moment you meet the people at Bashes, you know it's not your typical supermarket.
This is my Bashes.
My Bashes. This is my Bashes.
There are no employees at Bashes.
This is my Bashes.
We're all members of the Basha family.
My Bashes.
My Bashes.
This is my Bashes.
From our family to yours, thank you for shopping at Bashes.
The star of our menu is back in the spotlight. IHOP Super Rooty Tooty Fresh and Fruity Combos. 2 of our famous fluffy buttermilk pancakes topped with fruit and whipped topping. And they're starring alongside all your favorites. Starting at only $5.99, it's one famously fun deal. IHOP. Come hungry, leave happy. And now, buy a $25 gift card and we'll give you $5 off your next visit.
Mike Warner up in Sky 12. Breaking news, we have a motorcycle accident in the area of Combs and Gansel Roadway out in the Southeast Valley, Pinal County. Apparently a motorcycle with 2 riders hit the crossbar of a railroad crossing. One person has been pronounced dead at the scene, another person transported to Scottsdale Osborne. We do not know his condition. Of course, we'll have more on this tomorrow at 12 News Today on Thursday morning, so stay tuned. This is Mike Warner in Sky 12. Back to you guys.
Mike, thanks a lot. On a much lighter note, the question is, do skulls have magical properties?
Or do they just give you the heebie-jeebies? In Bolivia, skulls are the main part of this religious ceremony to honor the dead. Bolivians dressed up the real human skulls and brought them together, believing they guard against evil spirits and would-be thieves. Now, those bones usually come from family members. Sometimes they're stolen from cemeteries. I don't know what to say.
As long as it's not my skull, I'm all right with it.
That's our news. Thanks for joining us.
Skulls in 3D, HD, whatever it is. Some kind of a D.
.12 News, the leader in high-definition television. To learn more about 12 News in HD, go to hdtv.azcentral.com.
Ending the